How's it going, everyone? Please comment in the chat when you have joined. I'm going to give everyone a minute to join before I go through the top stocks I'm watching. I'm going to answer questions, find some setups for you all. Yeah, just going to have a good time. Get ready for the upcoming week. How is everyone doing? Can everyone hear me? Just let me know. Just giving everyone time to join. What's up, Medman? Can you hear me well? Everything good? What's happening? How is everyone? Um, you all ready to have a great week, hopefully? Everyone that's on here, be sure you have some questions ready for me. You know, your favorite setups. I'll check them out. Let's create this watch list together, make it a learning experience. A big week ahead of us. We have earnings, another earnings week. Airbnb, Shopify, some other big ones. And for those of you that's listening to this now or afterwards, be sure to go check out my podcast that me and Madman recorded today. It is available now. It has some very valuable information on there. Anyways, does anybody have some stocks you want me to check out while we're waiting on everyone to join? If you have some good setups, if you see some plays, let me know. Yeah, let's look at AMD. AMD has earnings this week. I do know that. Okay, we're looking at the daily chart here. Let me pull up the weekly, get a better look. We're at a huge support here on AMD. I can already tell you that from looking at the weekly. Huge support level. But there's one not far below it, around the 82 area. I can see it here on the daily pretty clearly. Keep in mind I do have other charts up around me. If you see me kind of talking about something you can't see, I have other charts around me I'm looking at. We do have a support down there around 82.65. So let me zoom in here. It's not nothing I'll be looking to short. If we get strength, possibly we can be looking to take it long. And this is not something I'm going to put on a watch list. I'll be looking for intraday setups or look at this pre-market to see if I see any levels worth trading. I don't see anything here that really sticks out to me that fits my trading style. But we do have earnings, and something to keep in mind when these earnings come, that we're at this key support, and we've had a nice sell-off. And from what happened to Facebook, Facebook didn't have great earnings, but we was at this support level, oversold, and it had a nice move up. I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing happen with AMD, but keep in mind we do have the chip shortage, and anytime you trade earning lottos, it's the same thing as gambling. Well, I won't say gambling, but it's higher risk. So, been seeing a lot of hype around Ford. Let's see what we can see here. Let me remove these drawings. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, we're at a nice support here. A lot of these stocks are at key support areas. If we fail it, we'll see what we can find later on during the week. For me, I'm gonna be watching for a bounce here around this 14 area on Ford. If you're a long-term investor, this could possibly be a decent place to add to your long-term. See here. Honestly, I don't like day trading Ford so much, but I did want to look at this because I am looking to buy some stocks for my long term here in these areas. Okay, well, we got a lot more questions or people joined since last time I looked at the chat here. AMD, Wish. It's been forever since I looked at Wish. Let's check it out. Wow, $1. That is crazy. I mean, let's be honest. How much further do we got to go here on Wish? Look at the weekly chart. This is insane. From 32.85 to $1.60 of a low. Erase these drawings. I don't like trading BA, but I do like this setup. Because this is a very solid support on the weekly chart. So I'm gonna have to add BA to one of my top stocks I'm watching this week because of that huge support. You can see here we've touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 times there on the weekly chart. Keep in mind the higher time frames, the more significant that level is, the more dominant. So, what's up, Uncle Philly? How you doing? Oscar, I'll check out Twitter in just a second. Now let's get some price targets for this. There is a definite price target, but that's a big, it's a long ways away. Let's see what we see here on the daily. Okay. The hourly, rather. Sorry. Meant to go to the 4-hour first, but it's alright. Okay, that's better. That is much better. Okay, we catch a bounce off this 144.5 area. We can use calls, probably 145, 150 calls will work fine. If sorry, not 150 calls, 145 or 147.5 calls should work fine for this trade. I think if we bounce this area, we could see that 148.5 area, possibly same day or that week. So if you do plan on swinging this, be sure you know how to manage that type of trade. And And be sure you go a little bit further out in expiration. If we're just day trading, we can use same week expiration, no big deal. I'll answer all questions just in a minute. Let me look at Twitter really quick before I forget, then I'll answer that question for you. You say Twitter, cup and handle on the daily chart. Let's check it out. Let me remove these drawings. You're right. It looks like a cup and handle to me. It's like we're trying to break out. If you do take this type of trade high, trade cup and handles, I actually like this. You know, you could take it here on this breakout, or you can wait till it comes up here and breaks out of the above 52.3. If you take it to this, my first price target would be that 52. So maybe we say this Twitter. This can be on the weekly watch list as well. I'm gonna have to go back to that BA. I forgot to write it down here. So Twitter. Let's watch Twitter above that 50.25, and we can use a 50 calls or 51 calls, whatever you're comfortable with. You can see our price target. First price target is 52.3. I like this. Also like how the selling volume is decreasing on the daily. I'd like to see some buying volume come in. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll treat this as a day trade. If you want to treat it as a swing trade, again, just be sure you know how to manage your own trade. Let me go back to BA really quickly so I can write down my level. So we're watching BA for a bounce around that 144.5. Okay. So what are we looking at next? Okay. Elon says that Buffett loaded up on CVX and Activision. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think CVX has earnings, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. Maybe it was last week. Don't quote me on that. Miker says, hello, I got stopped out of SPY puts on Friday. Could have made a ton of money, but ended up losing $100. Do you think there should be a stop loss on the options that's only $200? Miker, that all depends on your trading plan. And I don't know if there's an exact way to answer that correctly, but for me, I think you did the right thing. I mean, that's a little bit even loose. That's a little bit loose of a type. How do I put that in words? My stop loss is a little tighter than that actually on my day trades. If that's a swing trade, you did 50% stop loss is typical on swing trades. But I feel like you did well. You managed your risk. Maybe just find a better entry point. Be extra picky on picking your entry points if that helps. That's about all you can do. What's important is managing your risk, because you're gonna miss trades and you're gonna get stopped out. It's happened to me a lot. Get stopped out, but I get stopped out on something that just rip up, and I could have made thousands of dollars, but I followed my trading plan and stopped out. If it could have went the other way. If I had stayed in hoping that it's going to go up, I could have stayed in and kept losing, and it never go back up, and me take an even bigger loss. So we're watching BA and Twitter. What's up? How you doing? How do you win? Let's check out CVS. It's got my interest. You said CVS, right? CVX, sorry. CVX, Chevron. Yes, they do have earnings. Okay. We're looking at the daily chart. He loaded up on shares, but it looks to me as we got a bear flag. Can you see this? But, you know, could be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they had good earnings. I don't know if you can see this. Everyone can see this bear flag with me here on the daily, but that's a clear bear flag, right? Actually, I like it off this. Looks to me like we could got room down to 140 if we break out this bear flag. Honestly. Yeah, Brandon loves the TTM squeeze. I don't personally use it, but he does really well with it. It's his favorite. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? But you know, maybe Buffett knows something I don't if he's loading up on shares. From what I see, we got a clear bear flag. Okay. ATVI. Let's see what this is. Blizzard. Okay. Activision Blizzard. This is what you was talking about. It all looks bearish to me. I don't know what he's thinking. Because we're filling this gap as we speak. Here, you see this huge gap? I don't know. I just don't see nothing that tells me this is bullish, you know? Nvidia. I'm gonna check out Nvidia. Let me delete all these drawings. Messy. Okay. See where we're at here. I like this Nvidia for a bounce as well. It's hard to pass up these huge support areas, you know, when we're nearing them. It sets up perfectly for a bounce, you know, for a nice scalp day trade. And when you have these big levels like this, it usually does bounce as well, or at least gives you time to get out before it completely falls apart, you know. So we'll watch it around this 180 area for a bounce. 185 be perfect for that trade. When I do these scalps like that, bounces, I always start locking in profits around 10%. Sometimes it moves quickly, and I get, you know, I lock in profits around 20, 25, 30. But if it's a slow mover and I feel like it's going to fail, I start locking in profits around 10%, and I manage my stop loss from there. CCL, let's check it out. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, it looks like we got another bear flag. Look at the weekly. We're at support. A lot of selling. Look at the daily. I mean, it looks weak to me. No, it's not going to be on my watch list. It just looks like we have a bear flag there on the daily. But we are close to support, so it could very well bounce. It's just I let volume determine these trades when during the day when I'm watching the levels. If we near that support and we have huge selling volume, chances are we're going to break it, right? If we near that support and volume's dying down and we have some buying volume come in, chances are we could bounce. Facebook, let's check this out. I've been waiting for this gap forever. But the gap is not up. The gap is at a 2. What's that gap at? 247.90. It's something definitely to watch, but I don't think we see it. Are you talking about the gap down? Let me remove these drawings. Yeah, the gap down we may feel. That would be something to watch. We got a gap both ways. We could watch this Facebook below. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. If we have weakness, I like that. That was what he's talking about. So we'll be looking to take Facebook short, 192.9. The gap fills at 181.2, but remember, we're locking in profits going down. If you plan on catching that much of a move, chances are you're going to have to swing it. I'll be treating it as a day trade. We can use 190 puts. They work perfect for this situation. When I'm trading these gaps, for those of you that haven't watched my other YouTube videos, I'm always waiting on this retest. So we break down below this level, come back retest. I enter on that retest if volume was good. Then I take that move back down. It's from what I've seen, it's a lot higher probability than taking an initial break past that level. So far, it doesn't look bad, honestly. It's just whatever, everything's on sale right now. You just got to do the research on these companies and decide what you really have conviction in. I recommend, if you're going to buy long term, have something that you really like, a company that you really like, use their products, you have high conviction, and you're ready to hold it for a long time, Add to it if necessary. Or, you should be adding to your long term. Facebook, so HD, let's check out HD. Same thing. And you know what I noticed here? We're trading in this range, right? Something to keep an eye on. We're kind of trading in this range. So maybe when you can, you got a supply and demand zone, right? You can play this. You can trade this type of setup. Take puts and supply and calls and demand. But again, it's like anything else. You just gotta know how to take this type of trade. And Jay Morg, he trades supply and demand often. So this would be something to mention him about. Maybe talk to him about it. But it kind of looks like it wants to fail this area, honestly, to me. And again, it's going to be hard to predict what we're going to do because we've got earnings. It just messes with everything until earnings is over. Check out some Tesla. We have some solid setup. I've got 4 stocks I'm watching, so I really don't need any more setups. And Tesla, let's see here. I don't see anything, I'm going to be watching, especially. I will be looking for setups throughout the week, though. It looks bearish. What's up, everyone? Welcome. Be sure to go check out the new podcast after this. It is out and available, so you don't want to miss out. Watch it to the end. Got a little surprise there for you all. We got FOMC this week. That's what I was going to talk about. This is going to be a big one. So if possible, you need to be in Team Bull Wednesday for this meeting. We'll have a plan. We'll do our best to make some money. And what's important is that we manage our risk while we're doing this so we don't lose. The last one, I didn't do so well. But I've got a better plan, and I'm ready to hopefully capitalize on this one. Appreciate you. Let's check out SoFi. I've been wanting to look at this myself. Long term, look at weekly. Honestly, if there's ever a time to add, I don't see nothing wrong with doing it here. Let's see. This is, I don't know. Like, I don't see SoFi being a bad stock. I have looked into it some. But, you got $6 worth of risk. Because in this time, I didn't expect it to go this low. But I do like where it's at if you're going to add long term. I'm not telling you to. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying it don't look horrible. I appreciate you, Joe. I'm glad you joined Team Bull. A lot of new members. I really like it. I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs. I try to answer them all. Sometimes they are a little much, but I get around to them eventually. BPTH. I have no idea about these penny stocks. You'll have to ask Dumpster about this. Does anybody have any questions for me to answer? So, our top stocks we're watching this week: BA, Twitter, Nvidia, Facebook. Got some good bounce levels. Twitter looks to have a cup and handle on the daily. Facebook we could take it short if it gets back in that gap to the downside from earnings. And if it ever reaches the gap to the upside, I definitely will be watching that. If you're looking to, if you're ready to take your trading, ready to invest in your trading, learn how, you need to check out my main mentorship. It is available to sign up for. It's in my bio and on Instagram, or you can go to grizzlytrades.com actually and access it. Flame. What's the difference between simple and exponential moving averages? Well, that is a deep question. I can actually send you the formula or whatever for it, but if you just go to your Thinkorswim and go to your studies and go to that study, it has the definition. You can click on the entire definition and it shows you all of it right there. And it's going to explain it a lot better than I can. BAC doesn't, a lot of people's holding BAC long term. It's just whatever you prefer. Like me, I like Walmart, stuff like that. Walmart, because I'm not looking for huge growth. I like steady growth. And of course I would love huge growth, but I like stuff I have conviction in. I like Walmart. I just feel like it's a solid company. I feel like it's not going to fall apart overnight. Stuff like that. Apple, Walmart. BAC doesn't look horrible. I love the bank. I use it. One of my favorite. I use it for a couple of different things actually. Yeah, Mike, I blew a couple accounts when I was starting. I think everyone loses some money in the beginning unless they just focus completely on education and practice at first, which will be the best thing to do if you don't want to lose money. I believe it is possible to come in. You're going to lose money. Everyone's going to lose some money, but I believe if you focus on education and practice first, you can come into this and lose the least amount possible. Long term, Joe. When I say long term, I think years. Me personally. or until I hit my price targets. If it goes 500%, I'm gonna sell. Ooh, let's check it out. VOO. Speaking of good long term, is that a key support? Madman. Key support. We could see a nice bounce this week, honestly. Well, I mean, that pretty much sums up our watch list. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me through DMs and Discord or Instagram, preferably. Or you can leave them in the comments. And yeah, I guess I'll see everyone. Hopefully, catch you all live on Instagram in the morning. Then in Team Bull to hopefully make some money together. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.